Howdy, folks. I just want to address some comments, a certain kind of comment, certain type of comment that I've been seeing a lot around this whole, Trump rally attack. Um, and it's this idea that Trump has just won the election. Um, I think, yeah, that's not really true. There's a lot to unpack with what's playing out right now and what I expect to play out going forward. Um, the you've already got. I sort of talked about this in a previous video I just made. I can link it in the description. But the 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 response from one side is completely different than from the response of the other. You know, um, when when Nancy Pelosi's husband Paul Pelosi was attacked, for example, you didn't see Democrats coming out and yelling "fight, fight, fight." They weren't like "kill the Republicans because they're going to kill you first" or anything like that. It was just like, "Hey, political violence is unacceptable." Meanwhile, you had Trump and MAGA, congressmen, various Republican groups making fun of it, making light of it, treating it like it's a joke. You didn't have Congress people, you didn't have Democrat leaders saying, go finish him off. What you had in response to this attack on Trump is Trump raising his fist and yelling, "Fight, fight, fight, fight." And meanwhile, you got Biden coming out saying, "Hey, political violence is unacceptable." So there's a clear difference between the groups on this stuff, between the Republicans and the Democrats. One group takes this stuff seriously, understands the problem that it gives us as a nation and about how we're going to be able to function going forward, and the other doesn't really give a shit. And I think that is a valuable truth and an important one going forward. And I don't think it's going to come out immediately. I think there's going to be a media frenzy just sort of covering the drama of it all, investigating who the shooter was, lots of all this stuff. And eventually, maybe, eventually they'll get around, but I'm giving you a little preemption of it. Eventually they'll get around to the reality of like, there is one group that is totally friggin' sauced over all of this. If one of their guys goes and does something stupid, it's like, ha, look at that shit. And then when it happens to them, they're like, we gotta kill these fuckers. And then the other group is like, when stuff happens to us, we're like, hey, what the hell? You're not supposed to do that. Political violence, yeah, it's gonna lead to our country being a fucking shit show. And when one of our people does it, you literally pretty much have across the board from leaders everywhere saying, yeah, don't do that. It's bad. All of which is to say that there is a very, very stark contrast between these two groups and the way that they approach sort of how we should do things in our country. And one is better and going to lead to a much greater level of success, and one is fucking stupid. So don't freak out too much about this. Let things play out. If you find yourself getting into a doom spiral about how everything's, just pay attention to something else. Every bit of attention you give to all this drama that's about to play out makes it stronger, gives it more power. And if you just walk away from it, let things kind of settle, and let the sort of more cerebral, worthwhile, valuable thoughts about all this come to light, you're going to have a better time with this situation. See ya.